Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Easy Mill, and I'm in conversation with Chad Kiser. Peace.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Conversations with Chad. I'm your host, Chad Kiser, and we're sitting down with the newest signee to the Eminem and Dr. Dre Shady Aftermath Empire, Mr. Easy Mill. What's good with you, Easy?
Nice to meet you, Sir Chad. Thank you for having me so much.
Yes, sir. So let's talk about your early career first. Who were some of your inspirations, and when did you decide that music is what you wanted to pursue?
Um, I would say Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and ASAP Rocky, and I would say also Hobson because I would say more on the artist side on like those first three I mentioned, and then like Hobson and Tech Nine as well in terms of like the business and being like solo independent, you know. So
Hmm.
I was like gearing towards having the artistry of those three and like the business aspect of having my own undercover prodigy or strange music as well, trying to build it up like that.
As a Filipino artist, tell me about some of your peaks and valleys that you've experienced and what, if any, obstacles you've had to overcome.
Oh, right. Peaks and valleys. I would say I started off in the valley because just trying to make it to the peak was like one of the things I still like, still in myself, like just the hardworking aspect trying to get there.
Hmm.
Um, So from the valley to the peak that happened like slowly with first my 24 bars and like going to the Panalo, right?
Hmm.
It reached such this like going this height of like the million views that it got. And then with that happening, with just one of my songs, like not necessarily saying it didn't expect it, but had a feeling, then it did happen. Like one of the that peak also came a real another valley as well in my mind, like the doubt.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, the doubt when it comes to yo, can I hit that other marker again? You know, because that it starts to set in like even not in yourself, like wonder about one hit wonder status. But I just kept working through it.
Right. Okay. Now, speaking of Panalo, tell me about that record, that song, and putting it together, and then the subsequent impact that it had on your career once it went viral.
Oh, the creation of that, I would say, because this was like also when I just got to LA from
Hmm.
from Seattle entering the States. So I just had got here. So I was looking for jobs and like, and that's what I would spend my time on in the room. And one of the things I was creating was that one because I wanted to make a song like for Pacquiao. And that's when my
Okay.
mom gave me the idea, like you could use like our folk songs in the Philippines.
Hmm.
And she actually said this other one, but I chose the another one called Cariñosa. So that's what Panalo Trap Cariñosa. And
Okay.
I remixed that. And I had already made the hook in Cali back then. And when we got here in Vegas, I finished the whole thing, whoop wop whoop. And then when we got put on for the Wish Bus to get it on, I don't know, I had a feeling. It's just like this feeling when I was about to perform it, like this is weird,
Right.
And then it all just went down. Yeah, I'm just happy to be in the position I am today
Yeah,
because
no doubt.
Kickstarter, and then I just kept it going.
Well, is there anything about the music business or the music industry that has surprised you along the way?
Ooh, good question, good question. Mm, I would say the amount of hard work that has to go in to creating all of the art that we see and hear and so love from all of these years. And But also with that comes with the fact that the parallel amount of fake people
Mm,
as well that like they just don't qualify or what they say they are, and they
right.
keep trying to latch on to things. And it just exists when like that bittersweet. So because it just comes down to like life in itself. It's always not going to be fair.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be like going to your side. And that's why like also it led to the inspiration of the song I had with M, Realest,
Hmm.
because there's so many fake people, bro. And we just felt like calling them out.
Yeah, I understand. So speaking on the realist, um, featuring Eminem, obviously, tell me about putting that track together, and the recording process and collaborating with Eminem. What was that experience like?
Oh man. So I had already made the beat before knowing it was them we were gonna meet. So when we when we got to Dre's studio, I showed them, and then I was just welcomed with such warm hands and arms because like they have been my idols all this time, and emulating their sound, M's vocals, Dre's beats, the combination of the two, I just been inspired by that my whole life. So like being welcomed by them and me just showing a beat right in there, that was just me trying to be prepared. And I let them hear it. Dre was like, "Yep, Marshall gonna eat that up." Yeah. And then at the back, Em was like, "Yep, give it to me."
Nice.
Yeah, it's the like lives in my head that moment right
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up. So when you first met them, what was the first thing they said to you?
there. Okay, so Dre, right? Dre sitting on the lobby of his studio, like on the couch outside of it, and we
Hmm.
had just walked down the stairs because it's a basement studio. So I was peeking like this, and my mom and my girl already went in. And then when I finally came in, he stood up, bro, like and he just was like, "Hey, superstar." Those are his first words to me, man,
Nice.
bro. And then I slowly still walk. Then I saw the glimpse of M, and I was like, "Oh my God, what the?" And I saw like on the couch when I got in the studio, like everybody else was following behind me, and he stood up with like Ezekiel, where you been for the last 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you were four. He said,
Yeah, so when all this is happening, what's going through your mind? Like what are the take us through the emotions of, M, Dr. Dre, meeting them wanting to meet you and bring them into your camp. What's your emotional and mind state at this time?
um, it was a mixture of an over the roof level type of excitement with a WTF, like just running a
Yeah.
million per hour, keep repeating itself. Because just that, and also like kind of I don't know, in my head, kind of looking at my haters like, "Ah."
Right.
Yeah, yeah, something like that, like all of
Yeah.
that at once.
Walk me through the actual events that led up to you linking up with Eminem and Dr. Dre and then subsequently signing to Shady Aftermath.
The thing is, like when we had dropped when we had dropped the music video for Up Down, Step and
Hmm.
Walk, and basically on that date, like 4 days after, um, supposedly Paul Rosenberg already had seen the video and was like, "Yo, we link up?" But we kind of thought it was a joke, like the email, because it was a little too like a little too casual of an email.
Okay.
Like if the homie sent an email or something like that, you know.
Okay.
And then we brushed it off like, nah, it can't be real. And then our people at Virgin was like, yo, this serious. And basically that's also like how we met up. And then what they said as to what led up to them, like, wanting me in the camp was up down. And they said that M was just going through the wormhole, right?
Hmm.
And that's like how he found, like, he was scrolling through some artists, and then he said when he scrolled through up down, he was like, who the F is this? Like asking, and then yeah, that's how basically they went that.
Nice, nice. Now you mentioned Up Down, and that's actually one of my favorite tracks that you've done. I love that song. Tell me about making that song and creating that track, and then obviously what that song has meant to you, not just then when you made it, but now seeing how that was instrumental in Eminem and Dre and Paul Rosenberg, um, bringing you in
Yeah, funny story actually, like I made the beat at Costco.
at Costco,
Yep.
the
Yep.
the, the store Costco.
Yep. Because we was just shopping, like my girl's dad was over for like the month, We're just
Hmm.
gonna go a shopping trip. And in there, like before getting to Costco, I was beatboxing this like because my sister was listening to One Shot, Two Shot, Everybody That by Eminem, like I think it was D12 from back then, and that
Okay.
just kind of in my head, and I was beatboxing to it. I was and then I pulled up my phone when we got out the car and started shopping. So along the hallways of Costco, I was like this, like beat, or like making a beat, like listening like this. Okay. And then I kind of finished like a little bit of it, like inside Costco. Then when we got in the car back, finished shopping, I played it on the car. And then there was like, yeah, okay. And when we got home, I started recording.
Nice. Now, so what are the next steps for Easy Mill as it pertains to Shady Aftermath? Like, are you guys actively working on new music together in the studio, or what's going on there?
Stay tuned.
All right. All right. Got you under lock and key with that one, huh?
Yeah.
Uh, well, how about this? Can you tell me what the studio sessions have been like in there with M, Dre, or any other producers you're working with in the Aftermath Shady camp?
Absolutely phenomenal, magical, amazing, fantabulous, what you name it. So the first one, definitely in Dre's studio. So just that, like playing some records for them and
Hmm.
us jamming out like that and having that was surreal, especially that one, like first meeting them. And then the other time it was just M. The second time it was just me and M, and that was in when we were working on Realest. So I'm still to this day like looking forward to more moments like that, definitely.
Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years? Where do you see
Three.
you? Yeah, where do you see yourself doing in the next 3 years?
Hmm. Hopefully working with more people in the three giants that I just got myself, like, in cahoots with.
Right. Okay. Are
Yeah.
there artists? Are there?
They, because I'm also big fans of them. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So are there artists that you're looking forward to working to? Like who's out there that you want to collaborate with?
Oh, straight up, like what I already said in my bucket list in Panalo. We got M, Kendrick, ASAP Rocky, and the list still goes on. Y'all could go and check out like more stuff that I said about all the other artists like I want to work with. But Aftermath, Interscope, Shady, come on now.
We'll wrap it up. Um, Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate you, man. Wish you
Thank
all the
you for
success in the
having me.
world. man, do your thing, make everybody proud, and man, you doing it. We'll be watching.
Thank you so much.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.